negativity to my life, but I definitely don't need her to be like, come on, you got this. I don't care about it. Actually, to be honest with you, I would want her to have the most peaceful life possible. I want to do everything possible. I want to work the business possible. I don't want, I don't need any of that inside of business. Because if I need it from that person, I'm going to need it from somebody else. And if you're leaning on an external validation, you're screwed inside of business. Because you're in the morning waking up to yourself and your own thoughts. So I don't need somebody telling me, hey, come on, good job, keep going. I don't even want that. Yeah, I already knew that, thank you. And I also don't need to tell somebody, I also don't need anybody else to tell me, oh, this is hard if you couldn't solve my problem. So I think somewhere where it's very good to save your energy is just don't tell people your problems if they can't solve your business problems. Like, why would you go home and go tell today was such a struggling day inside of business to your husband or your wife? Are they your real estate leader? No. Why would you tell them? But it's my family. Yeah, I get it, but they're not going to solve your problem. Your job is to make more money and bring home money. Okay, as a man at least. Maybe I'm in this one in my head. Your job is to bring home money. We're in sales. My job is to solve a problem. She is not going to solve the problem, so I'm just looking for a shoulder to lean on, which does nothing for the next day. Yeah, but Daniel, it's your significant other. Go tell your business partner, your manager, what you're dealing with right now, so you can go home feeling a little bit better. But I definitely don't want nobody inside my ear coddling me. And sometimes as real estate salespeople, I promise you, we hover at the income because we love when people tell us it's a hard marketplace. I don't know what that means. I don't want to hear it. I would hate if my significant other said, oh, don't worry, tomorrow is a better day. Oh, don't allow me in the house. I'm with the wrong person. Lock the door if I didn't come home and bring in deals. What? Yeah, that's right. Lock the door. Hey, don't come in here. Get over here. Lock me in. Let me sleep outside. But the last thing I want to hear is, don't worry, tomorrow's going to be a better day. Think of real estate for a second, guys. Think of real estate. This is a game, like sales. It's a game of always with you. A lot of the losers inside of this game are the best complainers inside of the world. They never focus on problems. They only focus on complaints. The leads are weak. The leads are weak. Look at these complaints. The leads are weak. The economy, it's saturated, or the economy is slow. Those two things. It's saturated or it's slow. It's way too saturated or it's way too slow. Wait, do you mean it's saturated so it's freaking amazing? Well, but yeah, there's too many people. That's great. It's a great signal. People are building, people are buying. Let's go. Oh, it's too slow. Oh, great. So we can stick out like a sore thumb. Like if you're good and you're in a slow economy, that means you have all the advantage. Because the person that goes against the wave makes all the money. All the millionaires and billionaires, how they created. When stuff comes in, when the wave comes in, they go against the wave. Losers, wave comes in, they're like, all right, let's just get sunk with this wave here. When the wave comes in, they're like, all right, everybody's there, boom, let's jump. Let's go 10 times higher marketing, 10 times higher profit, they'll stick out like a sore thumb. So in the problem-solving aspect of it, I always say, who am I sharing my problems with? Number 2, do they end at me? Number 3, it's never common. I mean, it's always common. It is not rare. Because if you think your problem is rare, you can't solve it. If you think it's common, I don't know, you're going to stop looking to have low energy, where all your business is all based on energy because you lost the deal. Great, all 99.9% of sales reps have lost the deal. Welcome to reality. I got my heart broken, so is 99.9% of the deal. What? Yep. Your stat is not rare. Your stat is a very common stat. Don't let that wipe out your energy because that's all we have as salespeople. We don't have anything else but feeling good. So the quicker that we can get to it's a very common problem. Guys, there's problems in the world that are very serious. That is a very common problem. You losing a deal, that's very common. And you know what that does? That gives a real estate rep bad energy for the week or the month. And that bad energy doesn't make you want to prospect, doesn't make you want to say hi to somebody in an elevator, because you start talking yourself out of business. The moment something happens to me, I ask myself one thing, is it common or is it rare? Most 99% of it is a very common problem. Does it make sense?
Yes.
All right, next question, last question of the day. Go ahead, sir.
You made nine calls to different agents.
Yes. What were the feedback or what were their names? All right. the names. I tell you, who's Vlad? No, was it Vlad? Yvonne. Who's Yvonne? Vlad was from somewhere else. Yvonne here? Yvonne here? Where's Yvonne? Yeah, see? Yvonne's working. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Yvonne, out of everybody, was the only person that genuinely qualified me. So that's good to know. Yvonne cared a little bit. Like, even when I was rejecting he didn't. I could tell he was more of a people person. I could tell right away because I was injecting him with business stuff. He's like, nice man, what about you out to Dubai? I said, that's a rep. I know he does good. I don't know how much he sells, but I could tell he understands people. There was another lady. I mean, by the way, the other 4 that I made, I would say none of them were great. Why? Well, I don't have a book meeting. They didn't book a meeting. So that's the job, right? That was the job. So were they great? No. I don't think they were great. Why? Because 4 of them didn't get a solid book meeting. And I was waiting to book a fake meeting, by the way. It's not like I was being like, oh, I'm getting about book a meeting. I have a conference Friday and Saturday. I wanted to book a fake meeting with it. And actually, my goal was that they could book a meeting to actually show up and look at the house. And they'd be like, yo, what? Wait. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm getting it. That was a lie. So, there was 2 good ones and ones that needed work in terms of stay on track. And when I meant on track, when I said, no, I can't do it tomorrow, like, okay, number 1, Muna, that was your name? Act like Muna, but don't have the neediness. So that was it. Like, she showed us what an attempt looks like, but the neediness factor was stop trying to book the meeting when they're leaving. Your job, book the meeting after, they'll leave with it. So just to give you guys feedback, everybody that I called when I gave them an objection that I couldn't meet, they're like, well, because think of it, right? I was like, no, I'm busy right now. They're like, well, does next week work? I'm like, yeah, I don't like to meet in person. Okay, we can do it over Zoom. And I'm like, just leave now. Like, take the pressure out of the conversation. Bob, completely understand. I like Zoom too as well because I'm busy. What's your email so I can send you over a Zoom link? Perfect. Let me send you over Zoom. And by the way, Bob, when you're looking at a property, what's your requirement? Just stay in the conversation. Don't get meeting anxiety, even though that's your job. Get it away from you. I know you're trying to book a meeting, but nobody books a meeting when you're in a bedding state. And if you do, I promise you, 90% of the time they'll ghost you or they won't show up. Why? Because you begged for it and they just want to get you off the phone and they're just going to lie to you. It did nothing of value there. You created no urgency. You created nothing. You know, sometimes when we're like, Bob, is 1 or 2 p.m. good? And they're like, okay, does tomorrow at 6 or 8 p.m. work best? Not this week. All right, can I put you on my calendar for next Monday work best at 1 p.m.? Okay, fine. At that point when they're saying, okay, fine, they're just trying to get you off. But where inside of your head did you say, wait, why would they show up? That's it. It's not about the book meeting. It's the quality of the book meeting, the listening appointment that you're doing. So that's all I think. It's like when they're trying to leave the conversation with it. Not physically, but in their head. They leave, you leave to come back in. And to come back in, you just ask one more quick question. That gets you in the door. Let me send you off an email if that's cool, because I'm super busy myself. What's important to you when you're looking for a property? I know you were looking at the property at Odai for $47 million at the Mac Hills Estate. Let me ask you a question. Why that property? Okay, we'll get into it. I'm going to shoot you over an email. Why that property? And my language is always this. If you guys want to know how to stay in a conversation, every time you ask a question, show them that you're going to leave before the question. Hey, before I shoot you off an email, I would shoot you off a quick email. Why the Mac property? Cool. And I'm also going to send you off a WhatsApp. I have to go right now. Like 5 minutes. I have another meeting. I'm running out of here. But why Mac? So they know that you constantly exit. So they know they got an exit. Does it make sense?
So you're actually creating the illusion of I'm leaving, but I'm not.
Correct. Of course. We are the bias. She said you're creating an illusion that you're leaving, but you're not leaving 150%. But that's manipulation. No. It's doing what you gotta do to get a listen to women and to get them to be non-introverted to talk. By the way, people love talking. That's another thing. People love talking. Don't think they're introverted about it. I just want this whole day talk. They don't talk to you, they're gonna go talk to their friends. There's no such thing as an introvert. Okay? But yeah, I've never met an introvert. What? That's just a label that somebody gave somebody. I guarantee you, if you said they're an introvert, when they meet somebody that they vibe out with, they're talking about Pokemon for them for hours. I thought you said they're an introvert. They talk. When it's exciting enough, How is somebody 100% extrovert, 100% introvert? If somebody see me behind sales training, they think I would be the biggest introvert in the world. I just told you I hate networking. I tell people I'm a sales trainer, they say, what, dude? I say, yeah, I like being alone. I like eating dinner alone. And then you see me in this extroverted state. Somebody would label me an introvert, a quiet person. All the restaurants that I go to, they figure out my social media, and they say, dude, is this you? They say, yeah. They're like, whoa, what? You are like the most weird, quietest person in the back. You show up with nobody, you eat dinner, your hoodie's on. I'm like, yeah, it's weird. But tell me I gotta go I'm on it sales, right? By the way, that's if I don't want business. If I want business, everybody's gonna talk to you. All right, team, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. For everybody that held this, the CEOs, the organization, Metropolitan, thank you guys for having me.